The fifth and final step of the forehand progressions is to start in the ready position, add the full loop, and then use the rest of the mechanics we discussed in the videos prior to this one. So from the ready position, what you're going to do is take the tennis racket back to that loop position we discussed, the top of the handshake, if you will. And doing that is going to add a full loop when you drop it down and swing forward. So from the ready position here, I'm just shadowing the motion to start. I take the tennis racket back, it's angled up, and then I drop it down and swing forward. And if we play it in real time, now I've got that loop. I'm tracing out that C with my tennis racket as I take the racket back and then swing forward. Let's watch the entire forehand motion in action. Starting in the ready position, I pivot with my outside foot and turn my shoulders. And again, that's how you start every single forehand. That's how the racket starts to come back. And I take the racket back, I've got that loop in there now, and I drop the racket down, rotate my body, get my back heel up to swing to contact, and then I follow through and catch the tennis racket. And you'll notice I'm still hitting from the service line, and that's what you want to do. You really just want to work the technique, make sure you've got everything down before you move back to the baseline and try and hit a little bit harder. Let's watch this motion one more time, and what you should focus on is my tennis racket and hitting arm. Look how little motion, how little that relationship changes over the course of the motion. Once I get the racket back here, it doesn't change. And that's something you really, really, really want to focus on. Make sure the racket and your arm stay the same through the backswing, through contact, and into the follow-through. That's really going to help you develop consistent contact and give you a solid feel of what that should feel like. Once you're automatic from the service line, then you can move back to the baseline and try and put a little bit more stank on the tennis ball. But you got to make sure that your mechanics stay the same when you hit this shot. So we're just going to play me hitting some forehands, and you'll notice that the forehand I'm hitting right now is the same as the one I was hitting at the service line. I'm just doing things a little bit quicker to make sure I get the ball over the net. We'll click to the back view and see where I'm hitting some of these balls. Andre's just feeding me some tennis balls, and I'm hitting them back over the net nice and easy. And this is a fundamentally sound, a technically sound forehand. And once you develop this type of shot, then you can start adding some wrinkles. Maybe you can try and work in a little bit of windshield wiper. You can modify your backswing and see if that gives you some more power and racket head speed. But you have to be able to do this first before you can try and take your forehand to the next level.